So Zhao is one of King Gaius's henchmen.
One of 4. They're called the Chimeriad, because each member embodies a different weapon of the Chimera. Wings, horn, stinger, and fangs. I've heard rumors about them.
Like what?
It isn't public knowledge, but 2 years ago, hostilities broke out on Shrade Island. Rashagal sent 120 elite soldiers, but the rumors say they were wiped out by 4 enemy agents.
4 people defeated 120 soldiers?
Sounds like we shouldn't wake the beast. That man in black suddenly started speaking some weird language.
That was Longdao, the language of the clan that used to rule Azul.
Do you speak it?
Not really, but I can understand it to some degree.
But what made him abruptly start speaking like that?
It appeared to be some sort of battlefield transformation. A side effect of his booster, perhaps.
Does that mean I'll start speaking some weird language too? Then you wouldn't be able to talk to anyone. Relax, that won't happen. His booster is totally different from Tipo. And if you did start speaking some weird language, I would totally learn it so we could still talk. Thank you. Are you good with languages, though? Well, that's beside the point.
Careful. Word of our altercation in the capital may have preceded us.
How was your audience with the king?
I'm sorry, we'll have to talk later. Can we depart right away?
Well, I guess that's possible. You in some kind of hurry?
Yeah! The king's men are hot on her!
No need to rush off.
Alvin?
They're on a wild goose chase in the mountains right about now.
You threw them off our scent? Is this some kind of peace offering?
What? It's only natural I helped you. We're friends, aren't we? Come on, you don't believe me? I know you've put your trust in me before. Would it kill you to give me another shot?
I guess not.
Attaboy.
Welcome back. I'm glad that you're safe.
Thanks. You almost sound sincere.
If nothing else, it seems that Alvin has bought us some time.
I'd ask what's going on, but I don't think I want to know. You people sure have a lot of drama in your lives. I'll be in front of the Wyverns. Come see me when you're ready to fly.
It's finally time.
We'll saddle up as soon as we're ready.
Right.
Did you introduce this Carla person to Rowan and Mila?
Yeah, I did.
Well, your acquaintances are my acquaintances. Hook a girl up.
Here she goes. Fine, fine. Let's head to Shandu.
I am beat. Come on, let's get a room for the night.
Wait, hold up.
Still having doubts about me, huh? It looks like you're not the only one. Fine, fine. Remember the first time the 3 of us went to Niakara, and I went off by myself?
The time that I came out of my shrine and Jude was the only one there?
That's the one. I was off meeting with Wingle.
So you had a secret arrangement with them, to hand Mila over if she became a problem.
How could you? Stabbing Mila and Jude in the back like that?
Hold it. Yeah, I was working a few different angles back then, but this time I was just using that to our advantage. You know, the only reason we were given permission to use the Wyverns is because I arranged that with them ahead of time.
Wait, so when you betrayed us in front of Gaius?
Yep. If I hadn't pretended to betray you there, they never would have let us ride the Wyverns. That's why I lied and told him you ran in the opposite direction of Xiandu.
I want to believe you, but I can't. Not yet.
That reminds me. That Pressa woman we met at Kijara Sea Falls. It seemed like you already knew her.
What do you want to know?
Who is she, really? How can we trust you if you keep hiding information from us?
Hey, all right, calm down. No need to get snappy.
Do you even know what you're putting us through?
I met her when I was working for Rashigal's intelligence service. At the time, she was an Arjul secret agent working undercover in Fenmont.
And?
After that, we became more personally involved. You probably don't want to know the specifics.
Okay, I believe you. But I still don't trust you.
You're so cute when you're upset.
Stop that. I'm still angry at you.
All right, all right.
Alvin, can I ask you one last thing?
Of course.
Tell us why you're helping us. What's in it for you?
You're asking that now? Because I love the hell out of you guys, of course.
More lies!
How could you even think that? I'm hurt.
Are you okay? You look pale.
I'm fine. I just keep thinking about Hamil.
What happened there isn't your fault. You should try forgetting about it. I guess that's easier said than done. Maybe it would help to go see Hamil for ourselves.
I've become much more used to the asperixis now.
But I'm assuming it still hurts.
That's what I've gotten used to.
Hey, Jude was so worried about you that he went and found you a heart herb.
What's that?
It's an extremely rare herb with potent healing abilities. When used during aromatherapy, its effects are second to none.
You went to all that trouble for me?
It was nothing. Here, let's try it out.
That smells amazing.
I feel so much calmer.
How is it? Do you feel any better?
Yes, I can feel the tension melting away.
Mila?
I can't stop hiccuping.
Oh no! You caught my acute hiccup disorder?
I kinda doubt that. She's probably just allergic to the hard herb aroma.
If it was an allergy, wouldn't she be sneezing?
Perhaps this is some unique aspect of Mila's anatomy?
I'm sorry. I'll put it out right away.
This is fun. I've never had hiccups like this before. It makes me forget all about my pain. Thank you, everyone. Oh.
No problem.
So, now what?
As long as Mila's happy, I say we can move right along.
After all, there's no better medicine than laughter.
Exactly.
Everyone's gone.
And now more of my memories are gone with them.
But they weren't very good memories, were they?
No, but they're still better than having nothing at all. Hey, come on. The fruit trees are still here. The mountains are still here. I don't have memories of fruit.
I do. I remember having fruit curry for dinner once a week.
Oh yeah, the mayor always put apples in it. It was her favorite thing to make. Although, it was a little too sweet for me. Hey, wait a minute. Tipo can talk about things that Elise isn't even consciously aware of? I guess so. Then maybe Tipo can help you remember the things you've forgotten. Didn't you say Shandu looked familiar? If we use Tipo there, maybe you can remember something.
That's very perceptive.
If this works, Elise may even be able to learn something about her parents.
That would be great!
That's a really smart idea, especially coming from you, Leia.
Why, Hey!
Well, it's good to see Elise excited again. Well done.
In Leia's case, I think that was probably half inspiration and half blind luck.
You're all travelers, right? Have you seen much of the world?
Yeah, I'd say we've seen a good bit.
Then let me ask you a question. What do you think of extreme spirit climbs that exist throughout this world?
Well, nothing really. Extreme spirit climbs are pretty common, right?
That may be true.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
My apologies. I'm a geographer. I've been studying spirit climbs on my travels. During my recent studies, I arrived at a new hypothesis. Fenmont's night climb, Lakudam's sunset climb, Kajara's water climb, and Burmia's wind climb. There may be a common reason for why these climbs all evolved in such radical ways. Perhaps what was once a single uniform spirit climb has become warped by some unknown power.
So what we consider to be normal may actually be an extreme deviation by historical standards. What an interesting idea.
Thank you. Most people say I'm crazy, but it's still just a rough idea at this point. I mean, I can't even postulate the existence of a power so huge it would have that kind of effect on the world.
But it's questions like that that lead to scientific progress, right? Please tell us if you find out anything.
You got it. Well, here we are at Shandu. Do you remember anything? When you ask it like that...
It's way too much pressure.
Don't feel like you need to force it, Elise. Hey, didn't Wingull use a booster too? Maybe he has some connection to Tipo.
That's possible, although his booster seems to be a different type. Do you know anything about him, Elise?
Only that Wingull scares me.
Wait a minute. I think I know him.
You do?
I've got it! Wingull was in the laboratory.
He was? I don't remember him being there.
He used to be way thinner. He was the guy who was always in pain from the prototype's side effects or something.
You mean test subject number 1?
Sounds like we're getting somewhere.
Wingull must have volunteered to be a booster test subject.
The people at the laboratory said they could have never made Tipo without him. Could that mean that Wingull is...
My father?
Wingull said that the experiments had been humane. But can we really trust him?
If nothing else, at least we know the experiments had a purpose beyond mere cruelty.
I've seen this plant in books. I've never seen the real thing before.
Good eye. They all look the same to me.
It goes beyond visual acuity. Jude has an impressive amount of knowledge.
Ain't that the truth? Not bad for his age.
Well, I've always liked reading books. I just have a good memory for that sort of thing.
And yet my birthday totally slips his mind. Can you believe that?
I've apologized so many times. Leia only has a good memory for my failings.
I've heard that people only truly remember the things that interest them most.
Huh. I've read about that. They say a memory lapse is just your brain freeing up space for more useful information.
Well, sorry that my personal details aren't more useful to you, Jude.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Guess he's never read a book about knowing when to shut up.
Oh, hello, Jude. Good to see you again. Hi, I'm Carla Outway.
I'm Leia Rolando.
Hey, I recognize you. I've seen you here in the city before, haven't I?
Name's Alvin. I do get around. It's possible you've seen me before. What about yourself? You must be from out of town if you're staying at the inn.
That's right. I'm from Canbalar. I haven't been home in a long time, though.
Oh, we've been there. Not the most pleasant of trips.
I'm sorry to hear that. Were you able to meet with King Gaius?
We did. He's a stern man, but clearly very dedicated to his people. In a way, he was kind of amazing.
Kind of amazing, yeah, but super scary. Why can't he just be nice to people?
King Gaius didn't always used to be that way. Do you know about the Battle of Xillia?
Well...
It was a battle fought on the Xillia outback 20 years ago between Rashagal and Azul. The battle only ended due to a giant tsunami. No one's sure why it appeared when it did. It ended up causing dramatic changes to the region's spirit climb. That's how it became Xillia Marsh, with all its twisted marsh flows.
Oh, right. That Battle of Xillia. Yup, it's all coming back to me.
Wow, you actually remember? I'm kind of shocked.
You don't need to be embarrassed if you don't know. It's never too late to learn.
Oh, Carla, you're so nice. You could learn a lot from her, Jude.
Uh-huh.
During that battle, Gaius led a battalion of Longdao soldiers, even though he was a member of a different tribe himself. At just 20 years old, he led his troops to victory against an entire regiment of the Rashagal army. He was also the first to sense the oncoming arrival of the giant tsunami. He advised the Longdao chief to retreat, but the chief couldn't bring himself to give the order. The tsunami ended up swallowing both armies and wiped out Gaius's entire battalion.
So that's how he became the ornery fellow we all know and love. Gotta hand it to him, though. It is true that most folk want a strong leader to guide them. And he's certainly won the trust of his people.
Gosh, Carla, you really do know all about history.
Well, at least when it comes to King Gaius.
Is there a reason for that?
There just might be. See you later, everyone.
What do you think she meant by that?
I wonder.
Plenty of heat between Carla and Gaius, huh?
You make it sound so illicit.
And poor, sweet Jude's left out in the cold.
Come on, you know that's not why I'm looking for Carla.
Bet she's waiting in Shandu.
You think I don't know that?
I'm surprised to see you here. What can I do for you today?
Carla, if you don't mind us asking, what's your relation to King Gaius?
Now, I sure wasn't expecting that.
Come on, I bet it's a great story.
I appreciate your interest, but I get the sense that Jude isn't asking out of idle curiosity. Around the time of the Battle of Xillia, I was betrothed to a man from the Longdao tribe. It was an arranged marriage, but nevertheless, we fell in love with each other at first sight. Naturally, my betrothed had to go to war with the rest of his tribe, but he never came back.
Because of the tsunami?
No.
It wasn't Gaius, was it?
My betrothed was one of the Longdao chief's aides. He wanted to make a name for himself before we got married. He must have thought that's what I wanted. So when Gaius told the Longdao chief about the incoming tsunami, My betrothed told the chief that Gaius was out of his mind, and swore that a retreat wouldn't be necessary.
And Gaius went after him for that?
The few people who survived the tsunami said that my betrothed was still alive after it had passed, and that Gaius was with him.
I can't believe it.
All I know for sure is that he never came back. They never even found his body. I don't know for sure if Gaius did something to him. When I asked the king about it, he refused to answer. After the battle, my father died from an illness, and I never saw my brother Ersten again. I've been alone ever since.
After all that, you'd be nuts not to hate the guy.
Come on, Alvin.
And I bet your hatred for King Gaius is pretty much the only thing keeping you going at this point.
You may be right about that.
I'm sorry.
Now, it's time for me to leave Chandu for a while.
Where are you going?
Somewhere in Azul. See you all around.
Are you ready to head for Fenmont? You can't possibly land right in Rashigal's capital. You'll probably have to touch down on a high road nearby, or find some other suitable spot.
No, not yet!
It's amazing.
It's so pretty. Wow! It's sparkly!
What the hell is that?
It's so huge! It's right on our six!
Everyone, dive!
Watch out!
Alvin, are you okay?
No time to chat now, kid.
Please, no one panic! Women and children, seek shelter in your homes! All able-bodied men, to me! Ellie, what are you doing here? I'm home.
Young madam.
Rowan? Everyone's back?
Good to see you again.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leia. Hi.
I'm sorry to alarm you.
I heard all the commotion. I thought Azul was invading.
You okay? You took a tough hit when you saved me.
Seemed like no big whoop at the time, but now it's really hitting me.
Help
Does it look like it'll heal?
My lady, I'm just a horse trainer.
Which makes you the most qualified to help.
Young madam, please forgive me for the heavy burden I placed upon you when I left Sheralton.
Isn't that Ilbert, the former chief of staff? He was a tactician for the Rashagal army, you know.
Really? And he's on our side? That's great.
All these rumors of war have everyone on edge lately. Let's head back to the manor before we cause any more commotion. The horse trainer says the wyverns need some time to recuperate. You all should rest here in the city while you can.
That may be for the best. We're on the eve of a great battle, after all. Everyone should get as much rest as they can.
Huh?
What's wrong? You look as if I just spoke Longdao.
Mila's making perfect sense. We have had little rest since our departure from La Ronde.
And you could use some time to gather your thoughts.
As you say. Come to pick my brain?
You still can't bring yourself to fight against Noctigal.
I know he must be stopped. I know I must help stop him. I know these things as facts. And yet...
Are you concerned about what would happen afterward?
Yes. Things will get complicated. Do you have any idea what a coup could mean for Rashagal?
Best case scenario, mass confusion and chaos. In the worst case scenario, the nation itself will dissolve.
If we reach that tipping point, I'm not so sure I could stem the tide.
Somehow, I doubt you've spent all these years letting your talents go dull.
Sometimes, experience is a hindrance rather than a help. I see all possible outcomes with such painful clarity that I'm unable to act.
Only you can decide what to do about that.
I see you have a lot of faith in me.
And why not? I'm quite fond of you.
To think the Lord of Spirits would say such words to me. I am not worthy.
Is that sarcasm?
No. It's just that at times you treat us the way a master might coddle a beloved pet.
I do?
Yes. So please, just think of this as the foolish pride of a lowly human.
You certainly are an adorable human.
Anyway, returning to the topic at hand. Might I ask you to look after the others once this battle is over? They are all so young. I know Miss Elise and Miss Leia have bright futures awaiting them. Alvin concerns me, however. He is far less mature than he believes. Jude, on the other hand, he is so taken by you that he is desperately trying to become an adult as quickly as possible. Please, watch over them all.
Are you planning on dying along with Noctigal?
Certainly not. But I need to be prepared for such an outcome.
Very well. You have my word. You seem in better spirits.
Our buddy Jude cheered us up.
Of course he did. It's what he does.
Mila?
Tipo, is Elise trying to tell me something?
Yep, but I think she'll say it on her own.
Oh, very well then. I'll wait.
Let's do our best. Let's do our best to destroy the lands of Kresnik. Huh? What are you doing?
I'm not sure. You're just so cute. I feel an irrational need to pinch your cheeks.
Please stop.